Today, day one, listening to the trial.
People on this Zoom meeting are expressing their real feelings after watching the start of the Derek Chauvin trial. After seeing the video of Chauvin holding his knee on George Floyd's neck again, many participants realize they're experiencing the same emotions again.
I want people to live in truth and live in reality and really talk it out.
James Trice, who organized the meeting, believes Minnesotans are hurting as the Twin Cities relived Floyd's death during the trial. Now that the world is hearing Chauvin's side through his defense attorney, community leaders can share the impact with others who may experience the same emotions.
Contrary to what people believe, there's a lot being done to address police brutality in our community.
Trice is founder of the Public Policy Project. He hopes to empower people to take responsibility on improving their social status.
I started it because I wanted to make sure that decisions that are made about black people, for black people, need to be made by black people.
Trice considers their first trial reaction, Open Zoom, a success and hopes to reach even more people as the trial continues.
Black and brown communities really need to make their voice heard on every issue that impacts their lives.
After the community chat, organizers offered referral services to people who may want counseling. The organizers also plan to schedule more of the Zoom meetings, hoping to involve young people. In Minneapolis, I'm Steve Jefferson.
Let's take a look at Chauvin's charges and what they really mean. The first is second-degree unintentional murder. Yes, it's a mouthful, but basically, the state here needs to prove Chauvin committed a felony, in this case, assault, and that led to Floyd's death. Up next, third-degree depraved mind murder. This one is more about reckless behavior. So causing a death with an act that's really dangerous to others and without regard for human life. And lastly, second-degree involuntary manslaughter. This is similar to the third-degree charge, killing someone while doing something risky. The difference here is the degree of risk is lower. So you might be asking, why charge Chauvin with all three? Well, legal experts say the prosecution wants to make sure it gets a conviction, and this gives the jury options.
Despite this trial being live streamed around the world, don't expect to see any of the jurors on camera at any point over the next few weeks. You see, the court won't let cameras show their faces, and they're only identifiable by a random number. Jurors are also urged not to share any identifiable information or tell anyone that they're assigned to this trial. If that happens, we could be looking at a mistrial and the whole process starts over. But once this trial ends, the court will likely release their names for public record.
As we wrap up tonight's big story, let's take a look at what's on the line here. These are the maximum sentences for each of the charges Chauvin faces. But keep in mind, Minnesota uses sentencing guidelines. That means someone with no prior convictions like Chauvin is looking at less time. And if he's convicted on more than one charge, he'll only serve a sentence for the most severe.